All right, so you have your guitar, you're ready to play. You know you just need to tune your guitar and then you're ready to go. Now, we've talked a little bit about how to tune the guitar in class. You tighten or loosen these tuning keys while you're playing the strings in order to hear the tone. And we've also talked about how you have electronic tuners or tuning apps on your phone or even using a keyboard to play the notes you need to tune and matching the pitch on the guitar. But what if you're in a situation where you don't have any of those? Let's say you go over to your friend's house and they don't have a piano for you to tune with. You left your electronic tuner at home and both your phones are dead and you can't charge them. Well, you need to use something to tune your guitar, otherwise, it's going to sound weird. That's why we're going to use something called relative tuning, which I'm going to show you here right now. Relative tuning is called such because you are actually tuning guitar strings relative or related to each other. As long as you have a guitar and know how to do this trick, you can tune your guitar correctly without having to use a tuner or a piano or your phone or anything. Now, why would we need to use this if we have all those other options out there? While they are useful, again, if you find yourself in a situation where you don't have them, you got to tune somehow. Also, this builds important musical skills such as listening and pitch matching. You're going to be listening to your guitar strings, you're going to memorize that sound, you'll play the next guitar string, and you'll try and match that sound to get it all in tune. So, if you don't have tuners, or you just need to learn how to better do some better pitch recognition, that's how you do it. Now, whenever we are tuning a guitar string, remember these 4 steps: play, listen, tune, then check. And I'm going to show you that right now. Now, I'm holding my guitar incorrectly just so you guys can see how it's working. So if you're wondering, Mr. H, why are you holding it wrong? That's why. So to begin with, we have our open 6th string. This is the thickest string, or the top one we got. You take your finger and move it down to the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5th fret. You'll know it's the 5th fret because it'll have this dot right here on the fretboard, as well as one on top of the fretboard. Pinch your finger down and play this note. Oop, that was a little too hard, I'm sorry. Now, it might have been a little hard to hear, but if you could hear it, that note is the same as what the 5th string, the next string down, should be if it's open, where you have no hands touching it. So let's listen to that again. Now, let's play the 5th string and listen. Now we tune. To my ear, that 5th string was a little low, so we need to raise the pitch. So, while doing this, I turn the tuning peg and I raise the pitch to what I think is the correct tone. Now we check. Go back to the first string we played, that 6th string. Pinch, play. Now play the open 5th string. Now we got to tune and check. So that was a little too high, so I got to lower it. Okay, go back. That sounds in tune. So that's the basic process. We just have to repeat it for every other string. Go to the 5th string, which we now know is in tune. Go to the 5th fret, same fret, just the next string down. And that is the note you want to use to tune the 4th string when it's open. So let's play it. Listen. Now we have to tune it. I think that sounded a little high, so I'm going to lower the pitch a little. Now we check. Go back up to the 5th string. This is still a little high. Once they match, move on to the next one. The 4th string at the 5th fret, Play that note. Now let's play the third string open and match. So play. Listen. Tune. This one's actually pretty close, so let's just check it. Now that I checked it, it sounds a little low, so I need to tighten it a little bit. All right, now let's check. That sounds correct. Now, here's the only one weird little trick. When you are trying to tune the second string, instead of pinching the third string at the 5th fret, we have to pinch it at the 4th fret to get the correct note. I don't know why this is, it is what it is, so just remember when you're tuning the second string, you have to hold the 4th fret. So, same mechanic. Play it. Play the second string open. Listen. Tune. This one is low, so I'm going to turn it up. Now we check. Oops. That sounds pretty good. Now we go to tune our final string, the first string. We take the second string, go back to the 5th fret. Listen to the pitch, remember it. Play and listen. Tune, this one is low. Now we check. Oop, that's the wrong string. That sounds pretty good to me. And now, your instrument's in tune. Now, there are a couple cons to this one. It is a little tricky if you're just starting out and you're trying to learn it all. This is a lot of mechanics. You saw it was kind of complicated to get started, and it does take practice to do right. So if you do have electronic tuners or tuning apps, those will help you very much as you learn to do this. But we will be practicing this in class a lot more. I want to make sure everybody can at least get close to doing relative tuning, as well as using an electronic tuner or a tuning app or their keyboard. Again, it teaches you a lot more than just are your guitar strings in tune. It helps you practice listening, pitch recognition, knowing which way you need to go to make an instrument in tune. Also, it's just a helpful thing to have in case you're in a situation where you can't tune. So, with all that put together, you should have your guitar ready to go and ready to play.